Hi, I'm Scott,
And I'm Luke.
and we're Android guys,
Give us 5 to 10 minutes of your day
and we'll tell you about a product or service.
or an app that you might be interested in.
Coming up, a handheld vacuum cleaner for your home, office, or maybe your vehicle.
Hey, Scott, what do you got today?
Hi, Luke. I'm going to talk to you about the Brigii H5. This is a high-speed handheld vacuum.
Okay.
So this is one of those things that occasionally we'll talk about things that aren't necessarily smart. They're
Sure.
not necessarily tech or connected or anything like that. And this is one of those things, but it's
Yeah.
also one of those things where we would say, yeah, check this thing out.
Okay.
So it's a little portable vacuum cleaner
Mm-hmm.
that is now living in the trunk of my car.
Okay.
As odd as that might sound. So,
Well, I mean, it's handheld. Means it's portable.
yes.
So, is it chargeable?
It is.
All right.
I'll answer all your questions. Let's just take a break real quick. I'll compose myself. You compose yourself, and we'll talk about it.
That sounds like a plan. You were talking about the Brigii H5 handheld vacuum cleaner.
Yes,
This is a portable vacuum cleaner that you said has taken residence in your car.
that's right. I've not kidnapped or done anything wrong. It's just this is the perfect place for this thing.
Yeah.
So, we've got robot vacuums that run around the office here,
Yes.
home. We've got stick vacuum cleaners, uprights, different things. This is one of those vacuums that is like a handheld. It's like no longer than your arm.
Okay.
Even with, putting on the long kind of like crevice tool
Yeah.
attachment.
Yeah.
But yeah, this guy runs, I think, let me get the price for you here. I think about $80.
Okay.
And it's a cool little, easy to use, easy to take apart and clean vacuum that doesn't, in my opinion, doesn't pretend to be or act like it's more than it really is.
Yeah.
It's, reading the website and looking at the product and the box and things. It doesn't kind of oversell itself. It's just kind of like when I got to using it, I went around the office here and I cleaned up different things, the cushions between the seats and the keyboards and the nooks and crannies under the desk. I was able to pick up, all the little dust bunnies and all those things. But
Right.
I thought this would be nice for my car because I'm getting tiny little pebbles from my shoes.
Yeah.
I'll get in there and transfer a couple of hairs from my cat, or my dog will, somehow make it in there. And just
Right.
general dust. Once this, windows roll down a little bit, you get a little bit of pollen and stuff. This is the kind of thing that I want to be able to, or expect to be able to use.
Nice.
So it's really, it's just a small little unit that you can attach a couple of different things. You've got that kind of long, thin crevice tool.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like that pinch, to pull like tight spots, or
Yeah.
to kind of like get down on the cushions of a couch or something like that. And then you've also got a kind of like I don't know if it's like an agitator kind of comb teeth kind of thing that you would use, that you could kind of like twist and turn whether you want to kind of activate them or not. So if you wanted to kind of like stir up the carpet, if it, needs to be freshened up or something,
Sure.
it'll do that. And then there's the other attachment, which is basically kind of like what you would see at a car wash, on the end of a hose with a little brush on it. So you could kind of use that to kind of wipe down your upholstery or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then it's got a little, I guess it would be considered the dust bin, or the to collect that. It's a simple case of kind of like twisting in half, pulling the top off, and then inside of that you've got your filter system.
Yeah.
Pull it out, and then you can kind of empty the container. So I, went out, cleaned my car out, kind of picked up a couple of rocks and things like that, and I just twist it and pour it right into the grass, and I'm good to go.
Nice.
The reason I like this thing is it's USB-C, and that's why it's staying in my car, because
Right.
that's where my phone's going to be charging.
Same charger.
Yeah. So were it to be proprietary or to be some kind of like traditional AC adapter, it would have to stay somewhere.
Right.
So it would probably stay here at the office, and I would just kind of pick up, crumbs from meals and things like that.
Right.
But with the USB-C, I like that I can just plug it into my car maybe one day while I'm working, and when I come out, it's good to go. It takes, I think, a few hours total to charge it up if it's completely empty.
Yeah.
There are 2 cleaning modes.
Okay.
You're going to get up to 30 minutes of usage on the eco mode.
Okay.
And then there's like the turbo mode. And to me, it's kind of like it's
low and high.
Low and high.
Sure.
But high is kind of like the one that I think you would want to use.
Yeah.
Eco mode works, but it's not overly strong.
So that might be good for something like a keyboard or something you said, or clean out the vents of the car or something like that.
Or if you're kind of maybe going through doing like your blinds.
Sure.
Something here in the office, if you've got window blinds or something like that. But, with the USB-C, I figured, maybe every couple of usages I would plug it in, and then when I'm done, put it back in the trunk.
That sounds like a perfect use case.
Yeah, it's again, it's not something that I would say is going to be your, something for your house that you're going to clean your steps with.
Sure.
That, it's not the long attachment that you're going to clean your ceiling fan,
right?
Blades and things like that. But it's the right thing for the right situation.
Right. It might be nice for the bed if you're cleaning up crackers.
Yes.
Something like that.
If you eat crackers in bed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think using it in the car is a perfect use case.
Yes. So
awesome.
That's the Brigii. I think that's how you pronounce it. Brigii. So that's Brigii. And that's the H5 high-speed handheld vacuum.
Awesome. Thanks, Scott.
You're welcome. All right, that's going to do it for this episode of the podcast.
Thanks for listening.
We appreciate it. If you guys have any questions, feedback, concerns, comments, anything, shoot us an email at podcast@AndroidGuys.com. We'd love to hear from you one way or the other. Luke, if someone wants to get a hold of you, how do they do that?
I am on Instagram and Twitter at Luke Gaul, Gaul.
And I'm on Instagram at Scott Webster and Twitter as SWebster77. Until next time, thanks for listening.
See ya.